everyone, I'm Kana Taku. Today I want to do the level 18 about this book about how to write more scholarly papers in English. The goal of level 18 is to finish the results section. Yesterday, I worked on the method section. Let me share my screen. So for the method section, so I started with the outline, a couple of days ago, and then I skipped the intro and then started with method section. After I recorded YouTube videos, I found a couple of grammatical errors or the actual errors of the numbers, typos, those kind of things. So I fixed that. And then so I finished the overall ideas for the method section. So now I can move on to the results section. So for the results section, the only thing that I gotta be careful about is that the focus of the results should be to report the actual results, like the findings, instead of talking so much about my emotions. What it means is sometimes, we just emotionally, we get excited if our hypothesis were supported. I may want to start talking about it. Yay, my hypothesis were supported. It replicates the previous findings. Perhaps it is because blah, 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 just wanted to start talking about it, but shouldn't. Under the results section, just simply report what I found based on the data analysis. It may sound a little bit repetitive, and that's okay, because the results section, we may sometimes report multiple data analytical results, even though they all use the same data analysis, same data analytical techniques. So that's why the patterns or the phrases can be kind of like repetitive. Sometimes we see the patterns or some of the keywords are repeatedly in the papers, and that's okay. Instead, sometimes as a writer, is it too repetitive? Should I change some of the keywords to synonymous words? No, we shouldn't. Use the keywords, exact same keywords repeatedly, because that improves the consistency of the paper and our readers find it easier to follow. So that's why don't worry about it, even though it may sound really repetitive, just keep going. Okay, I usually record the YouTube videos like the Japanese version too. So I finished some of them. I want to focus here. Which one I should want to do? So that's why, anyway, start with, for example, preliminary analytical results, missing values, outliers. I talked a little bit about it under the participants or data analytical sections. So preliminary analysis may start with, for example, Pearson's correlation coefficients were obtained among study variables. And just talk about the small effect size, medium effect. So that's perfectly okay. Descriptive statistics. I actually ran already two-way factorial ANOVA, revealed that there were main effects of nation on the different types of values. We already, I can fill it in later. And then what I want to do is also, I'm going to put the roles of associations between values, perceived match, mismatch. Associations between values, mismatch, and mental health. So with that, start with, I wanted to leave this one too, a series of hierarchical regression analysis was conducted with the outcome variable. Because I'm recording this, let me make a little bit of, somewhat unclear, And series are going to conduct with the outcome variable, the outcome variable of mental health, gender, It was recorded. I did not use dummy coded, so I removed non-binary, the individuals. I removed it because there were so few for this data set. Gender, age, and the baseline depression level. Let me just put just the depression levels explanation. This kind of an explanation, like how I ran the hierarchical regression analysis, could be easily stated under the data analytical sections before this results section. I just kind of repeated it here. Well, I should not repeat it. I did not talk about it under the data analytical sections. Actually, I might have, because of the recording, the purposes, I'm just kind of repeated one more time. But for the actual manuscript, we should never repeat the exact same information, even though keywords can be, repetitive. So anyways, depression levels were entered, step 1, and then 11 different contents of perceived importance. Maybe that's 11 perceived importance of 11 personal values were entered at step 2. Perceived mismatch between own values and families, friends, and countries' values, or perceived match between the degree to perceived match between mismatch between own values, families. I should have probably misspelled it. Whenever it happens, because English is not my first language, I just usually use simply Google. So I thought family's business or something like that, and I thought you can just say family's business. Oh, it's not good. Just say family business. Interesting. So what about, should I do IES? Families. Oh yeah, see, somebody else is already asking, families or families? That's exactly what I wanted to know. If you're confused about this, the word families is plural. The word families with an associated address is singular and it shows possession. So family, that's okay. So we don't have to use IES, families. You can still talk about this one as the overall families. I did not know that. So families. No. Families. So that must be okay. No, ignore. I should be okay. Self-value and the families. Friends. So this could be, I did not specify it, plural or singular. So friends and the countries. Just for this one too, countries' values were entered at step 3. The overall model for the step 1 was significant. So from here, I use the result of SPSS, found the regression model. See if I can find it, and then I start with ANOVA. So I just use, like back and forth here. There you go. It's significant. I like to just report the first F value for the step 1, and then I would report how the model got improved every time when I add more predictor variables. So the F value was 58.95. D value was 0.001. Significant. The overall, what are the significant predictor variables. So I just gotta add a little bit more. So at step 1, I had gender or age was not, but the depression was significant. Depression was the only significant predictor. I'm gonna add beta here. Beta. I need beta. Beta. Where did it go? There you go. Beta. Insert beta equaled 0.0, no, 0.48. 0.001. Yeah, I should report B as well. And standardized coefficient B equal to 0.69. I like to keep 2 decimal places, so 95%. 95% confidence interval. Add space. Well, what's that? This is lower bound 0.59. Higher bound 0.79. And then beta. Standard error too, actually. Standard error was 0.05. Then beta. I think that's it. The model was significantly improved. Step 2. Delta. Maybe delta I can find symbols so that I can add the delta squared. Delta. No, I don't find it. Where did it go? I really did not find it. Delta. Oh, there you go. Delta R squared. It's the result section. It's kind of like, it's almost a brainless work because made all the decisions before we started writing about this result section. So at this moment, just kind of like report one by one, no? So delta R squared was original. Oh, maybe I should just add it here. The overall model was significant. Adjusted R squared was 0.23. Adjusted R squared was 0.23. So because without that information, just reporting delta R squared does not help. What's 0.05? 0.05. F. Now 14 because I added 11 predictor variables. So that makes sense. 14 is still the residual of 554. We got second model 15.84. Probability, yeah, less than 0.1%. Probability. Okay, there you go. F here, almost. Yeah, and then comma, I need a comma. Delta R squared 0.05. This difference was also significant. I think that's good. To depression. How many predictor variables? So out of 11, that's the significance level. So out of 11, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not that. So 1, 2, 3. Yep, 1, 2, 3. 3 perceived importance of values. Maybe I can just add maybe 3 values or significantly associated with mental health. And then I'm just going to probably put value 1, data equal to. Let me just make the placeholder so I can add later. So it's going to be just like this. Value 1, value 2, and value 3. The mental health. Significant 3. Significant. Did I say already significant? Significant associated with mental health. I already said the 3 values were value 1, value 2, value 3. Okay. Then finally, the model finally at step 3. Once again, the model was significantly. So this is what I'm talking about. It's repetitive. So I feel like I'm always tempted to just change something or skip something, but not do it. It could be not super interesting. It's probably not super interesting at all for the YouTube video, but it's okay. I think everybody, like researchers, more or less, even though it is repetitive, they just kind of like be patient, and then just one by one, just as accurate, just be super mindful, and then they gotta make like italicized for like F or P, the B too, just gotta do it. Just one by one, because I can't do like all italicized. So that's why like one by one, it's like, it just needs careful attention, but we just gotta do it, Once I finish it, I'm just gonna repeat my dependent variable. And then after that, I ran some exploratory factor analysis that I would really like to report here. And then after that, my results section would be complete. So thank you for watching, and I'm going to see you the next level, which would be introduction, because now we already finished or nearly finished methods and results. So the next time when I record this YouTube video, it's going to be level 19. Level 19 is to finish the introduction, because after that, finish discussion, and then the goal is there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.